David Cohn here with my April Carnival of Journalism, and my most dangerous idea to save journalism starts with something called the Screenularity. Screenularity is this theoretical moment in the future when consumers do not make a distinction between their various screens except in size and placement, right? I won't call this a mobile phone because the fact that I use it as a phone is happenstance. It's just because it's here right now. I could just as easily make a phone call on my desktop or in the big screen in my living room. I could watch a show on this. It won't be called a television show. It'll just be a show. I could watch a show on my desktop or a show on the screen in my living room. So that's the screenularity. All three are the same. And when that happens, I think there will be a lot of disruption, particularly for broadcast journalism, especially local broadcast journalism, right? Their entire medium is based on this idea of television, the television screen, which won't really exist anymore because all screens are sort of equal. Now, if that happens, the dangerous idea is this. Broadcast journalists should start acting as if the screenularity is here now. Be their own disruptors. Otherwise, other people will come in once this happens and disrupt their own space while they're struggling to keep up, right? So the screenularity is not going to happen tomorrow. It's not going to happen next year. I don't know when it'll happen, but I do believe it'll happen within, let's say, the decade. Now, if it does happen within the decade, broadcast journalists can start acting now to prepare. That does mean they're going to disrupt their own space. They will have to lay off some people, etc. But in the long term, a broadcast journalism organization that figures this out will be in a much better position in 10 years, and any employees who survive through that transition will be in a much better place in 10 years than those that wait for the transition to happen around them. So it's a very dangerous idea, but it is one where a broadcast organization will be the ones creating the platforms and creating the platforms on their own terms, as opposed to waiting for it to happen around them. So that's the dangerous idea to save specifically broadcast journalism, and it revolves around the screenularity.